Mochi is a soft, chewy Japanese rice cake made from pounded rice flour, and it has a stretchy texture that feels like a cross between dough and a marshmallow. I don't know about y'all, but that's really hard to visualize for a Western audience. I had never even heard of Mochi before this fight, but for this to be one of Luffy's top 3 fights, I had to try it. Is it served hot? Is it served cold? Is it more of a pantry snack, or is it a restaurant specialty? At the time, I didn't even know what it was made of for real. I just knew it looked good. It's all fluffy and symmetrical and stuff. So I decided to try it myself, and as it turns out, it's way different than anything I could have ever expected. One Piece made me do this. Oh, don't mind the face that I made. That was like a... For starters, I had to get the mochi. And then when I walked into this Asian food grocery store in my area, I quickly realized that there's different types of mochi. And now I'm really confused. There's dry mochi crackers, there's mochi in a box, and there's even an ice cream version of it. And they all have different flavors. So to save time on deliberating which one to actually get, I just copped all 3. So I get home, set up my camera, and immediately it's time to get to grubbing. Now first up, I tried the cracker mochi. It looked nothing like the mochi I seen in the category fight or in the pictures of mochi that I looked up on the internet. It looked a lot more like popcorn. It was a surprisingly soft chew. It was kind of like sweet and salty popcorn, just with a cinnamon type of sweet rather than just kettle corn. Oh, that's sweet. That's cotton candy. Okay, these are all right. Again, the texture is a little weird, but yeah, these are. And even though popcorn isn't dense, it wasn't as dense as popcorn. It was even lighter than that. I say it was kind of like a cracker, but it was more like a candy with how sweet it was. It was good, but it wasn't life-changing. It was just one of those types of snacks you get to change up the routine every once in a while. I say 7.5 out of 10. I would eat this again. It's got the aftertaste of a rice cake, but so I'm guessing that this is made out of rice or whatever rice cakes are made of. This is definitely that. Oh, cool. Now the next mochi I tried was the mochi that just came in a box. This was the one that I was most curious about trying because it looked like the closest thing to what I saw in the pictures. I thought this was the closest thing to how mochi was intended to be eaten. In terms of looks and feel, it just feels and looks like a loose gummy with powder on it, and apparently it's made out of rice. And it's very heavy. Oh my gosh. At least this one is pretty heavy. It was real soft, loose, and mushy, and it was green. It was green. With like white powder on the outside. It looked like it would be sweet, but it actually wasn't that sweet at all. The texture was real loose, and if I had to compare it to anything, it would probably be a giant, individual, loose gummy bear that was a lot less sweet. And the powder on the outside didn't have that much taste to it, and it was really like chalky in my mouth. All right, this is the matcha flavored room temperature mochi. It's not as sweet as I thought. It really doesn't taste like much. I'm not gonna lie to you. Out of these 3, this one was probably my least favorite, even though it wasn't horrible, like I finished it. 5 out of 10. Probably wouldn't eat this again. Now, the ice cream mochi is the mochi that I was most excited to try. Now, believe it or not, I actually don't like ice cream that much. I'm not much of an ice cream guy. I don't have it a lot. I'm more of a sherbet guy, and it said sherbet on the box, so I was more hype about that specifically. Now, I thought the mochi before was mad loose. This one was super loose. I could barely hold it. The texture of this mochi was almost like a water balloon, but instead of water, it was ice cream, and instead of the balloon, it was like balloon candy. And it melted pretty fast, so I could not leave it out for a second. I had to just eat it real quick. You what? Pause. But this mochi was good. It tastes just like a creamsicle, Whoa, whoa, that is really flavorful. It also is really messy. Yeah, it's ice cream. It's a creamsicle. It tastes like a creamsicle. Oh. Okay, don't eat that all at once. It's like a scoop of ice cream all at once. Oh. I don't know about y'all, but this is the first time I've seen ice cream kind of served as a pure finger food. No popsicle stick, no cone, no spoon or anything like that. Just straight up ice cream. So it was a new concept for me, but I enjoyed it. Don't mind the face that I made. That was like a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I made that face is because I didn't know that it was a full scoop of ice cream that I was eating all at one time. And then it got on my teeth and I was that was too much. I rate the last one like a 9 out of 10. I only take a point off because I don't know how I'm supposed to eat it. I still have the box of ice cream mochi to this day, and I'm still enjoying them. I really love this one. This was a 9 out of 10, not gonna lie. And most definitely eating this again. Now this on the screen is what Japanese mochi actually looks like. From my perspective, watching the One Piece anime, it didn't look like it was supposed to be cold like the last mochi I tried, but it looks most like the last mochi I tried, just not orange or cold. And no worries, I'm gonna give you all the cultural notes that I found about mochi so that this video isn't based on 100% ignorance. Now remember, we said that mochi is made from pounded rice flour and is known to have that stretchy kind of texture to it. In Japanese culture, depending on the setting, it could be a finger food, or you could choose to use utensils. It just depends on where you are. And it's also seen as more of a common snack rather than a delicacy, because you can get these at supermarkets and stuff, similar to how I did. And it's very often eaten at home. It's a popular food to make and eat during New Year's time. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to say this. Oshigatsu. Please, if I said that wrong, let me know how I can say it better. But mochi can be served in restaurants. Now, me personally, if I had to compare like the status of mochi to a Western, you know, kind of dessert, I would compare it mostly to a Rice Krispie treat. You can buy them in store, you can make them at home, and sometimes a restaurant will have it on its menu, but they're mainly for store buying. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was surprised when I walked into the grocery store and there were 3 distinct, very different types of mochi, but it turns out in Japanese culture it's kind of the same way. It could be served hot, it could be served cold, and room temperature. So kind of covered the spread with my with this video, and unknowingly. I literally did not know that at the time. I just bought it. Anything that remotely looked like mochi or said mochi on the bag, I bought it. The origins of mochi can actually be traced back 1,000 years or more in the history of ancient Japan. In Japan, mochi has a spiritual symbolism, and its elastic quality symbolizes strength, longevity, and unity. And that's one of the reasons why it's so present in these big holidays like New Year's time. Now, in that way, it's almost nothing like a Rice Krispie treat. Mochi is more than just a snack. It's a 1,000-year tradition that's still thriving to this day. So I'm glad that One Piece showed it to me, and I'm glad that y'all were here for me experiencing all of this together. Thank you all for 10,000 subscribers here at The Bread Show. It's been a slow climb, but it's been worth every moment of it. And even after these 3.5 years, 10,000 subscribers, I would be lying to you if I told you I knew what I was doing. But it's truly been a blessing just going at it each week, trying to make the best videos for y'all. One of the facts that I cringe at, but also at the same time feel good about, is that if you go through all my videos since the beginning, middle, and whatever, since the latest, you will definitely see growth in multiple changes of direction. And that's just because I go with what my passion is at the moment. I'm really excited to continue on the future of this channel. I still want to do One Piece. One Piece isn't over, so I will still be doing One Piece in the future. But I'll be weaving in some other animes in there, and weaving in gaming back in there, and also weaving in animation back in there. The next goal for the channel is 100,000 and 1 million and 10 million after that. But what I do want to do is appreciate where I'm at now, because I remember a few years ago, 10,000 looked impossible. And also, it doesn't matter the number of subscribers, it just really matters if I could make the most entertaining video possible that I love to make. Because like I said, this is my personal One Piece journey. All right, now cut all the mushy stuff. Let's get back to the video. I've been taking a break from streaming. I know that. I'm going to get back to it. I've been taking this break because just trying to find out a new direction for the channel. It's been crazy. A whole lot of real life stuff has been changing, and I'm trying to navigate through all that. But I will come back to streaming. I don't know if it's gonna change. It's definitely gonna change. How I do things is gonna change. I don't know if I'm gonna do YouTube, Twitch, I don't know. But I might do a VODs channel. What I'm gonna stream is games and anime and animation stuff. Just chatting. Yeah, I'm gonna try to enter my streamer era. But for now, I got some mochi to eat. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you all for sticking this long, for the duration of this video, and also for the duration of my channel. And hopefully y'all like what comes next, because I got a lot coming next. This is just the beginning. Thank y'all. Thank God. Spread love. give inspiration in all you do, and peace out.
Welcome to the Crane Show.